What's up, fam? It's an entrepreneur. In today's video, I'm going to show you pre-market gaps on SPY. Okay, so SPY been making gaps every day on pre-market for the last week consistently. Okay, SPY making gaps pre-market is a normal thing, but it's been making a lot of gaps and it's been very respected, and it's been doing like the same similar move where it'll come fill the gap some way, not like halfway, then reverse and run. So we've been seeing a lot of those like this past week, right? So we're gonna go to SPY five. We're gonna be on a 5 minute and a 1 minute chart, okay? And today is March 26th, so Tuesday. So we're gonna go back all the way until last Tuesday, okay? And we're gonna go to the 1 minute chart. So let's go to last Tuesday. Let's see. This is Thursday. So that means this is Wednesday or Tuesday. All right, Tuesday right here. So what we're gonna do is get our rectangle zones and just draw a rectangle at these gaps. First gap, I say here to here. I start getting choppy, it start getting gappy all the way down here. Right. We have another gap right here to here. But actually another gap right there, so I'm gonna just do it there like that. Boom. All right. Then we have another gap right here. Look at that small gap right there. Boom, boom. All right. So you can see SPY opened at 9:30, right? We pushed to come fill this gap right here for pre-market, but we didn't fill it yet. Got rejected, came back down, came back up again, right? Got rejected again. Then we came down and filled the first gap. So this is the first gap that was filled on last Tuesday for pre-market right here. Once we filled that one, we came up to test this one to see if we can fill it. We didn't fill it again. You're going to see a lot of this coming to fill these gaps, but they don't even fill it all the way, right? So what we do, came back down. Where we come to, y'all, the first gap that was filled, right? See how we're respecting the gap? Bounced off that gap level. Where it come to, y'all, boom. We came to our first zone from this gap right here. And then it bounced off of here, right? And then we finally filled this gap. I mean, both of these gaps. Sorry, filled this one and this one. So we finally filled both of them gaps, right? Now notice how once we stayed above them gaps, look how we start running. Look how we start running. Now this is Tuesday coming into Wednesday. So let's see if we can see any gaps, right? And I may miss a couple gaps, you know. All right. So we have a gap right here. Boom. From 26 to 20 cents. 516.26 to 516.20. Okay. Let's see if we have any more gaps. We have a little gap right here. Right before the market's open too. Ooh. Boom. All right. So let's see. 9:30. Oops, sorry. Forgot this one right here. I just seen that one. Cause we just we ran right to that. It looked like yesterday, right? Ooh, sorry. Look at that guy right there. I didn't see that one. Boom. Right. Just extended. So this is kind of looking like Tuesday. Remember yesterday how we just opened up at 9:30? We came up. Yesterday it was trying to fill the first gap and it didn't. Well, this time today it filled the first gap. So this is the first gap that was filled, right? And then we got rejected. And where we come to? The second gap. We filled it. Okay. And we held it. Actually made like a triple bottom here. Right. And then once we held above it, look how we start running. Right? Where we come to? Back to this gap. Okay, once we held above this gap, where we come to? Back to this gap. Remember, this gap is the one from right here, from 26 cents to 20 cents. And remember, gaps has to be filled. We just don't know when. It can be today, next day, it can be a week. Well, we know it has to be filled. Okay? And look, when we stayed below this gap, came back down, fell, right? You just see how it's respected. Look, you just see. Right? Gap, came back to the zone. And look, we came back to this gap. We held above it. Right? Took off, and then we came back down, retested this gap. Remember, all these red rectangle zones, or gaps. We held above it, took off again. Look at this. And now, this is Wednesday, coming into Thursday, right? So now we got this gap right here, right? So look at this. Okay, staying above it, staying above it. Uh-oh. Now we start coming to it, start filling the gap. We didn't fill the gap yet. Coming to the next day, right? This is Thursday coming to Friday. As you can see, we have a gap here. Just draw like to here to here. Boom. All right, we didn't fill that gap. SPY stay below this gap. Did a retest, stay below me, a double bottom. Is it time to fill that gap? Uh-oh. Came up to this gap. We didn't even break it. We still getting rejected. Boom. Right? Mind you, we still never filled this gap up here. Okay? And that's right here. Okay? Now, Friday coming to Monday, which is yesterday. Look at this. We have a gap right here. We have a gap right here. Oops, and we have a gap right here. All right. Now look at this. 9:30 again. We got the straight momentum right here to this first gap. Boom, got rejected. Then we came down to this gap. We filled that gap. This is the first gap that was filled. Once we held above it, watch how we start running. That's the third time you heard me say that. Boom, ran to this gap. Finally filled it. Okay. Held above it, got a nice push up, came back down. Okay. Look how we confluence with it. Look at that. Finally lost it. Where we come to, y'all? Where we come to? Right here to our gap. To the top of the zone of our gap. Thursday coming to today. Friday. Yesterday coming to today, 26. Right? Let's see any gaps. Let's see. Got a gap right here. Have a gap right here. And we have a gap right here. Right? And look at that. Today. Ran. Whoop. Right up here to this gap. Got rejected. Came back down. Bounced off of here. Remind you, hold on. We never filled this gap. 84 cents to 83 cents is not the same. That's different. We came to 83 cents. This came to 84 cents. So that's a 1 cent gap that it did not fill. Right? So today, what we do? We bounced off that gap. We ran. Came back down. Look at this. 954. We made a higher low, and we came off this gap at 954. This was the entry. Let's go to the Discord. This was the entry. Look at this. 954. SPY calls here. Safe entry above 521.50. Right? So we entered calls here today, 9:54 a.m. Boom, we're the safe entry above the level we need to break, 521.50. Hit 521.50. Boom, came back down to our gap. Came back up. Right? And look how it is. Look how it's being confluenced with it. Right? Every time we bounce off this gap again, we got another push. Right? This time, did we bounce off this gap? No, we start slowing down momentum, start getting rejected. Boom, got the big drop. Right? Where we come to, first zone, that gap, right? Second zone, the next gap, then we start slowing the momentum. Now, we coming to tomorrow, man. Hood entrepreneur, man. Let's get it. If you're interested, I'm live day trading Monday through Friday, every day, Monday through Friday for the rest of the year. Okay? Comment below if you're interested, and I will have the link pinned in the bio. And I have a free Telegram chat where you can come join me on Zoom and YouTube every Friday for live day trading. Hood entrepreneur, man. Let's get it.